See a now healthy Jimmy Garoppolo and the San Francisco 49ers as they match up with the second-year man Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. With that, let's get up to M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. There to call all the action, we welcome in our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. The two teams emerging from their respective tunnels a minute ago to the approval of this Baltimore crowd. They're all set as their Ravens will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They come in off a loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple months. 5 wins in their last 8 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense heading out, and a welcome sight for 49er fans. Jimmy Garoppolo leading the way. Jimmy, of course, lost for the season in Week 3 last year in Kansas City, and then the Niners really struggled the rest of the way without him. The silver lining to the early season injury, it gave Jimmy Garoppolo plenty of time to heal and get back to 100%. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. He was looking that time for Dante Pettis. That'll bring up second down. And a quick look now at the offense for the 49ers.
So let's all work together on this one because it's natural to just watch the football. I want all of us to watch the center of this offensive line, the center and the 2 guards. They've got to be able to control the point of attack, and they didn't do such a good job on that last play. Plenty of opportunities to redeem themselves. They'll have to take advantage of that and start to make progress.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. A look now at the lineup defensively for the Ravens. They've been pretty good against the pass. Not amazing, but good. Number 13 in the league.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes. See if they can generate some run after the catch. But nothing doing on that one.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's complete to his speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the first down carry. A check on Breida's numbers from last week. 17 carries, 63 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
Pettis hauling this in from Garoppolo. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. On first down, here's Breida. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. In the last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season. Really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 4 out of that, and it'll bring up a third down. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
Last year's NFL leader in field goal percentage, Robbie Gould, on for the Niners field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. CD, you know there were quite a few Bears fans back in January saying, why didn't we hold on to that Robbie Gould guy?
Well, it's a legitimate question. 33 of 34 for San Francisco in 2018. The crazy stat of the year, he missed more extra points, 2, than he did field goals, 1, in the 2018 season.
So here are the Ravens now under 12th-year coach John Harbaugh. They'll be led out by the final pick of the first round in 2018 out of Louisville. It's Lamar Jackson.
Coming off of a loss their last time out, I think he's just seeking to make a bigger impact on the game. He threw a touchdown pass, didn't throw an interception. I think he just wants to jump those numbers up in terms of flinging it around and letting his receivers get into the end zone.
Jackson, options out left. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace. Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Offense.
Orlando Brown guilty of the infraction there. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14. And we get a quick peek at the Ravens starting offense.
Every time we do a Ravens game, we feel like broken records, but they are built to run the football. And last year, Gus Edwards emerged as their lead ball carrier. Finished with 718 yards total. But down the stretch, he was the primary ball carrier for the Ravens and expects to be for the future.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. We'll look now at the defensive starting lineup for the 49ers. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And when those add up into big mistakes add up into points against you.
rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. That scramble good for 13 yards, but not good enough for a first down. It's 4th.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker Justin Tucker out onto the field. From the right hash, this from 53. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will tie us at 3-3. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
It's
and excited
rare.
is not the right word. Surprise is more what we're talking about. 90.1% coming into 2019. He's incredible.
This is taken at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
Let's go.
And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, a run with Breida. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
That's it, baby.
3-3, a tight one after one on EA Sports.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
Let's go, one more.
Garoppolo gives to Breida, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 180!
Double time. You got three down.
Now it's Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
So first and second down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. But he hits his man, Matthews. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 43.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Running out of the gun here, Breida. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Matt Breida out of Georgia Southern now in his 3rd year in a 49er uniform. He was tough to keep off the field last year. Very good yards per carry, 5.3 on 153 attempts. Good for over 800 yards rushing. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Let's go.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people who have to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Here we go. 180!
Here we go. Single. I got 11.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd.
They really love to get him into one-on-one.
And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not.
Garoppolo's pass complete to Dante Pettis. Touchdown, San Francisco.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for, and this touchdown will count. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Don't forget, later tonight, Sunday Night Football, we've got the Pats and the Texans from NRG Stadium in Houston. And then tomorrow night, Monday Night Football, it's supposed to be really cold up in Seattle as we've got the Vikings and the Seahawks from CenturyLink Field at 8:15 Eastern. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They'll start the drive with Hill. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Jackson options out left, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he will find his man on the outside. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis. Now 49er pressure, and they get it. It's blocked. And they will wind up with the football and the possession. Now so much for pinning him really deep. Short punt could have pinned him inside the 10. Now great field position the other way.
It's never good when you're punting the ball and your eyes see the ball go back behind you.
No.
In however form, whether it's over your head or to the side, never good. Now it becomes a race to get to the football so they don't pick it up and take it all the way.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Marquise Goodwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 17-3. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Throwing is Jackson. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. To throw again on second down. Jackson has got his man. It's Andrews. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Here now is 2nd and 10, again for the 41. Now Jackson to throw again. Snead's got it. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Here's Sam Cook now. On for his second punt, and remember, his first one was blocked. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now we're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13, so let's get an update on what's going on. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. In the game you're watching, it was Jimmy Garoppolo who was brilliant in that first half. His guys have a 2-touchdown lead as we hand it back over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half.
Let's go.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that. They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. Jackson on first down, looking middle, and it's incomplete. Marquise Brown, the rookie, his intended target, but it'll be second down. Jackson now on 2nd and 10. It's complete to Snead. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. This is Edwards. About 3 yards there to the 27. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run for the first with Edwards. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up, because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
Let's go.
Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. The third quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Once again, they run with Breida on first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Garoppolo now. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete. The former first-round pick Marlon Humphrey there to get a hand on it.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. Jackson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half, 1st and 10. Edwards now on 1st and 10, and the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Jackson from the shotgun. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 4th down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida His third touchdown now on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Offensive line coaches always tell their guys, if we score touchdowns, that means we get to the end zone first. That's exactly what those blockers did, clearing the way for their back.
Now Gold for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Niners 20.
Here we go. 180!
I got you. I got you. 48. 48.
They run with Breida. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The tackle made by Michael Pierce.
They run again with Breida. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They go play action here on 1st down. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Pernell McPhee able to record his 5th sack of the season. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Breida. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd? And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Matt Breida. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That time a 6-play drive. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Jackson looking to throw on 3rd. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Underneath here to Hill. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it's a 2nd down. Jackson will throw again. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Here's Jackson to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the 49ers are going to get the football back.
Here we go, here we go.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage,